Greetings from Revealing the Hidden. And today we are going to discuss another topic, that is body shaming. As we know that body shaming is an act of teasing someone else for his body shape, color, or anything else. We are living in a culture where people can tease you in and out. Either you are obese or you are thin, you are dark, your eyes are big, your nose is a button nose. So there is no reason for anyone to tease on any kind of appearance you are in. And to discuss more on this topic, I would like to welcome Nelson Abraham, which is one of our friends who is working in all these fields, to come and have a discussion on the same. So welcome Nelson to this particular session.
Thank you.
So I would like to start with the first, the concept of body shaming, and one more thing: are you a victim for the same?
Yeah, I have been a victim of body shaming, and but not just the victim. I have done it myself. I'm very much guilty of body shaming as well.
Yes.
And so yeah, back in my younger days when I was in school or college, I would say that I am very much guilty of doing it. And now that I look back at it, it's something that I feel I should not have done. Or I think we all go through a phase in life where we think we are better than the other person, and we have something that we need to prove. So I think I was going through something like that where I wanted to show that I'm cool, and I did indulge in that. And now that I look back at it, it's not cool one bit. So yeah.
So yes, Nelson, to add on to the points what you said is, I think this body shaming concept is introduced in all of us at a school age. That is, our classmates itself start teasing you for any reason, n number of reasons they can pick up and start teasing you. And the way you and I respond may be very different.
Correct.
I'm a person who's not bothered for my figure or my looks in my childhood time, and whoever speaks anything, I just laugh it on that, and I just move ahead. You said that you used to give it back. That's the way you responded.
Yeah.
And there is another category of people who cry over it and feel guilty about themselves. So I feel that the third category is more going to be affected by this particular topic of body shame.
I agree. Like you just said, there are three types of people. I'd say the first category of people would be the ones who are not affected by it. The second one would be the ones who give it back.
Yes.
And the third one, I would say, which unfortunately most of the people fall under, are the ones who get badly affected by it. Like you just mentioned that you don't bother about someone making fun of you, and a guy like me, I would give it back to someone if someone made fun of me. And the third category of people are the ones who are the ones who get mentally affected by it. Like for example, in school, if I have a better pencil or I have a better compass, I look at someone who is not that well-to-do, or probably who doesn't have such a good pencil as that I do, and then I make fun of him, and I get my friends in along and tell them, oh, look at that pencil, it's so like yeah. So that's how what I'm trying to say is, we don't realize that the other person probably may not be financially well-to-do, or his he may not be coming from such a financially well-to-do background, which is why he couldn't afford a good pencil. So, and we making fun of him probably aggravates his situation, which could lead, to him being mentally and physically drained. He probably, you don't know what kind of negative thoughts go into his mind. Like he could be, he could think of a lot of things. I wish I had more of this. I wish I had this. And probably you don't know, it could even go into depression at such a young age, which isn't a good thing to do. So yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
Body
what I was
shaming
in.
has
Yeah.
something more
It has
to do.
not just, it's it mentally affects you, which
Yes.
then affects you physically as well, so you
Right.
need to realize that as someone who has done body shaming or who's making fun of somebody else because of the way they appear or the way they dress or the kind of things that they carry, it's not the right way to go. We need to respect the
The
person
other
as they
persons,
are.
yes.
Correct.
So I think Nelson has really explained the term of body shaming. Uh, Nelson, I don't think so. This body shaming is only with school age children or the all all in a narrow the gang of people around us. If you see all the social media, even celebrities are also affected with body shaming, and they are going for different surgeries or they're trying to reduce their weight immediately after having a baby. This all shows that an impact of body shaming in a larger scale.
Correct.
So what do you think, what prompts a person to go for a body shaming, or why the culture is making you a victim of body shaming?
I think if you go to see, we've been brought up in a society like where we're made to believe that you need to be this way
Right.
for you to be accepted into society. You need to be of a certain body type, or you need to look fair, or you need to wear certain kind of clothes. The style, the in trend, the in
trend.
fashion. It's only then that the society will accept you. Otherwise, you are an outcast.
Right.
People make fun of you, which I feel is one of the major contributing factors. And yeah, I would say things like advertising, things like social media, and a lot of things that we see around us make us go in that direction. We tend to segregate people into categories. We categorize them as to, he's wearing all the latest fashion, or she's speaking the latest lingo, so she's the in crowd. If I don't speak a certain language or I don't dress a certain way, it means you're out, you're not in. It's when probably, not just dressing and speaking. I would say even the way you are, your body. Some people are thin, some people are fat. We are made to believe that you need to be thin, or you need to have a sculpted body for everyone to look up to you and say you are the alpha male or the alpha female. And that's how we've set society.
Right.
Like I'd give you a good example. There are a lot of these Fair and Lovely advertising creams.
Yes.
That we see on television. They say you need to be of a certain color for people to accept you. And I think that's very wrong. You can't categorize people for your color or the way you dress, or the way, if you're thin or you're fat. I mean, that's how it is. But unfortunately, that's how it is. That's how society is, and we are living in a society that segregates people. So that needs to come from within. We need to realize that it is wrong.
Nelson, you really put in a good input in the topics, what all things that you have discussed. And the next topic, what we can do under this is, how am I affected with this body shaming, or how I know that someone else is insulting me or teasing me, I'm affected.
A good example would be like, someone fat shaming someone, because the person is overweight or because the person is underweight. You tend to fat shame or thin shame them, and probably, they may not give it back to you, or they may not, take it lightly, but they you need to realize that there are a certain kind of people who get affected by it mentally.
Right.
Who they probably go home and then they probably get depressed, and they do not know what to do, so they resort to self-harm. They to a point where they start getting insecure about their own body.
Right.
And they tend to become recluse, like antisocial, and they don't want to meet people because it's in their mind that if I go out, people will probably judge me because I'm overweight or because I'm underweight. What will people think? To a point where they probably could get depressed, and they could take really adverse steps. Like a lot of people stop eating food to lose weight,
Mm-hmm.
which is a very dangerous trend. So we need to realize that we need to put ourselves in their shoes, and we need to know that it's not the right way to go or making fun of somebody because they are overweight or underweight. It could even lead to depression, probably, to a point where the person could start having suicidal thoughts, if they do not have anyone to talk to and stuff like that. So we need to realize that.
Okay, yes, Nelson. So more than that, as you said, the main impact on me, if someone else is teasing me, is I start rejecting myself.
Correct.
I always feel low.
Correct.
So when I feel low, I'm very conscious, as you said,
Correct.
and I always try to hide it.
Correct.
Maybe by makeup or my hairstyle or my dressing, whatever outfits I wear, I'm very conscious. But this conscious is actually bringing our self-esteem down. Whatever our parents, our teachers, whomever are building us up, this kind of comments is actually breaking us apart.
Correct.
So it will be good that we need to accept what we are. So what are the impacts people usually have is, first they will have a low self-esteem. As you said, that it can take a person for depression. Even we can see suicide attempts can happen because they are that down that they are not
Correct.
able to come out of it.
Correct.
The third thing is it will really affect the way they mingle with others.
Correct.
Or there can be any kind of social isolation can be seen because of this body shaming. More than that, I would say the person cannot come to the potential what he or she in because the society is putting a bad impact on that particular people.
I agree.
I think so. We have worked well to speak on what is body shaming and how this can impact on each and everyone like you and me. So I feel that body shaming is not that explained much in public, even though every child is seeing or being affected by its impact from childhood. Even if they are in a bigger age, also the society is putting in. So next episode we are going to speak on how we can tackle these kind of scenarios and what Bible want to speak about body shaming. Till we see next time, stay safe and stay happy. Thank you.